reselling world. This is Everything Reselling, and I'm your host, Glam. So today I wanted to talk about the whole everybody wanting to be in certain categories, people talking about come do a closet consultation. Why won't people do closet consultations? What am I doing wrong? Oh, what expectations are of reselling, and a couple of other things, trademarking and upcycling. So let's get started right into it, okay? So first of all, let's talk about closet consultations. If you guys don't know what that is, it's when someone comes in and looks at your closet and tries to tell you what they feel, okay? Let's emphasize the feel that you're doing wrong. And a lot of them you have to pay for. Some of them are $25. Some of them are more than that. Some are a couple $100. Now, here's the problem with that. You're going on someone's opinion of how they feel your closet is what is wrong with it. Now, that's just their opinion. So you're literally paying someone money for their opinion that could be completely wrong and completely just off-centered and off-base for your clients and your business. Now, the reason why I say it like that is because, look, there's so much information out there that you can find yourself. Yes, I get you have to do the research. But if you want a business, you have to do the work, okay? This isn't something that happens overnight. You're not going to make sales overnight. Me and my husband try and remember that all the time, that it's not you're always going to have sales. It's how you describe stuff. It's your price. It's the way it looks. It's everything about that item that makes you separated from the other person. If you have 1,000 of the same exact item, what is going to separate you from that other 99.99% of people, right? What is the difference? Is it your price? Is it your title? Is it your description? Is it your pictures? Do you have more pictures? Do you have a video? Do you not have a video? Are you advertising all over the place? Are you not advertising all over the place? This is the questions you should be asking yourself. And a lot of people are like, well, I don't understand the white background. Well, here's the whole thing about the white background. The white background is specifically designed for Google, okay? The reason why the white background is so important is because the Google search engine picks up the white background and the item. If you have a tan item on a tan background, it is not going to pick it up. It is too hard for it to justify what the difference is. But with a white, crisp background, Google can then tell it is a blue or tan or black t-shirt from it being a tan t-shirt on a tan background. So that is why it's so important. You want to show up on Google's search engine. Now, also keep in mind that with Google search engine, it takes anywhere from a week to 2 weeks to get, sometimes 3, to get into Google search. So if you are constantly relisting your items at 30 days on, say, Poshmark and Mercari, you are never going to end up in that search engine, ever. Now, if you do it on Depop, you're okay, because Depop doesn't really use Google as much. eBay does use Google, but let's be honest. After 30 days, you have to pay for it to be renewed anyways, and the chances of yours showing up in eBay search engine are less likely. Okay, so that's why that is. Also, think about it this way too. If you walk into a store, not every store looks exactly the same. You know the difference in between a Kohl's, a JCPenney's, and a Marshall's, right? They don't look the same. They might have some of the same items, but they're not set up the same. They have other things displayed. Just like on their website, they're not all the same. You don't want to be all the same. You want to be different. You want to stand out different. And that's where you are not paying for someone to stand out different. You are paying someone for their opinion on what you're doing wrong in your closet based on their opinion that they have told. Probably, I would say if most people are doing closet consultations, they have done over 5. So you are literally, and I'm being generous on the 5, right? Because they've probably done hundreds, if not 50, if not 60, or if not even more than hundreds. So you are literally then modeling your item just like everybody else is. And then you're going to get lost in the sea again. Now, if you want to move into luxury, or everybody's talking about, oh, everybody wants to be in luxury. I can honestly tell you, I do not want to be in luxury. I am one of those people that don't want to be in luxury. And here's why I don't want to be in luxury. 1, it costs too much. 2, there are so many fakes out there. I am not going to spend all of the effort and time and energy that it goes into to figure out what a fake looks like from a legit real bag or jewelry or clothing, because there are so many fakes and I don't want to be selling fakes. So if I happen to come across one, it depends on what it is. Now, if it's a Louis Vuitton, no, I'm not going to be selling those because I have no idea how to tell the difference. I know everybody's like, oh, it's so easy. It's this and this. No, it's not easy. I'm sorry. It's not. Now, a Dooney and Birch, that one's not as much replicated as Louis Vuittons are and Coaches are. So, I might pick up a Dooney and Burke, or however it's pronounced. I always call them something totally different, but hey. So for me, that's why I don't want to be in luxury. Also, it's very expensive to be in luxury. If you think that you can start luxury with a couple $100, you're very, very mistaken. To get on some of these sites, to be able to even bid on luxury or to even buy luxury, you're going to spend a couple $100 on one item. Not on a couple of items, but one. So if you want to move into luxury, it's going to be a either slow process or you're going to go into debt right away. And the reason why I say you're going to go into debt is because you're going to have to fork out a lot of money to get started. Not only that, if you're going to get into luxury, you should honestly have insurance on every single luxury item. Because let's be honest, it's luxury. You're paying hundreds of dollars for these items. Why wouldn't you have them insured? Then not only that, if you're doing it, and I get everybody starts somewhere, I understand. But if you're going to go into luxury, why not go into luxury and get yourself a studio or an office or a warehouse? Not so much a warehouse, because unless you're like calling some like an office room a warehouse, but if you actually go get a warehouse, they're not very well climate controlled. And so you're going to have leaks, you're going to have, the seepage of the weather getting in there and everything, and then your bags are going to get destroyed. So they're not going to be high quality. And you're probably like, oh my gosh, Glam, why would I do that? Well, because here's why. If you have children, if you have pets, if you have people in your house that smoke, anything like that, it's going to get into the bag, right? Pets, the furry babies, we love them to death, but let's be honest, they're going to get into everything, especially if you have shelves with bags on them. They're going to be climbing on the bags. They're going to be climbing in the bags. They're going to be climbing around the bags. So there's going to be pet hair on them. Not just that, if you have children, they're going to be touching them. So to sit there and have a room or an office that is just dedicated to luxury is what you really, really need to do. So everybody that's like, oh, well, yeah, you got to start somewhere. Yeah, true. You do have to start somewhere. But if you're going to start with luxury and you want luxury, then you might as well do it the right way to begin with. And dedicate a room in your house that's just luxury, that door stays shut if that's what you can afford at the time. Or you should kind of rethink your business model. Because just jumping into luxury again, like I'm telling you, it's going to cost you a couple of thousands of dollars to do luxury. Because like I said, one bag is going to cost you a couple $100. Unless you're buying fake stuff. Now, if you're buying fake stuff and you're you're buying fake stuff. If you're going on Alibaba or you're going anywhere and you're picking up fake stuff, you're in the process of going to get shut down. Okay, that's just the truth because they don't care. Those big companies, they do not care. They do not care that you're a mom and pop. They do not care that you're a small business. They will slap you with a lawsuit so fast your head will spin. So why are you even why are you even messing with it? If you don't know it 100% and you don't know what you're doing, why would you jeopardize everything for that? And that brings us to upcycling. And the reason why that fades into upcycling is because there are so many people that are upcycling. And there are so many people that are upcycling incorrectly. I love upcycling. I want my whole business model to be upcycling and retransforming stuff. I do. And I have been doing research after research after research on what it takes to do upcycling because you can get slapped with a lawsuit so fast your head will spin. And I have talked to trademark lawyers, which if you want to upcycle, you need to talk to a trademark lawyer because there are certain rules that you have to follow. If you are cutting up a Louis Vuitton, you are looking at getting in trouble because the Louis Vuitton, no matter how you chop it, someone is going to mistake that for a Louis Vuitton, that it was made. Even if you are describing it to a T that this is 100% not made by Louis Vuitton can still come in and say, hey, you know what? Our logo's trademarked. You're done. So why? And you cannot tell me if that person says, oh, I've talked to somebody. If they've talked to somebody, they would be staying away from certain brands. That's all there is to it. Because certain brands will slap you super fast that your head will spin. And I'm being honest, they will. They will slap you even if you've only sold one or two. They can still come after you. So why even mess with that? Why not take the stuff that nobody could tell what it is and upcycle it? And that goes with a lot of these. A lot of these you have to double check. I triple check. I've asked about certain brands to make sure that I'm okay, that it cannot come across that this is that. If your whole business model, and I'm talking your whole business model, is nothing but upcycling, and you have stated that everywhere that you are an upcycle, and you're not, and this is what I mean by that. I'm saying your whole entire closet has nothing but upcycling stuff. You do not have one item that is not an upcycled item. The chances of you getting in trouble are less likely. Now I'm saying less because here's why I'm saying less. Because the chances of you actually chopping up a legit Louis Vuitton are less likely because you're not going to be going after that. You're going to be going after the more accessible stuff than Louis Vuittons. Because who wants to truthfully spend $200 to $300 on a damaged bag to then cut up, to then hope to get more money out of that damaged bag? I don't. I'm just saying that's just me. There might be other people that do, but I personally, I don't want to spend that kind of money to chop up something to hope that people are going to be like, oh, she made Louis Vuitton earrings. Let's get them. That's just who I am. Now, again, if you're going to be chopping up stuff, talk to a trademark lawyer. And I'm talking a legit trademark lawyer. You can call them for free. If you're going to be getting into this business, why aren't you doing your research? Oh, because a lot of people rely on other people for the answers. Well, why aren't you doing your own research? That's the question you should be asking yourself. Why aren't I trying what works for me? If I'm modeling my business model off of somebody else, doesn't mean you're going to have the same success as somebody else. Okay? And me and my husband, we sell a lot of the same stuff everybody else does. I know we do. He's told me. He showed me stuff. And I'm like, yeah, we have that. And to try and sell the same, because that's what everybody's doing, right? Everybody's like, oh yeah, reselling's a fast buck. Reselling is not a fast buck. Reselling is a very hard business. And if you are a business owner, and I'm talking, this is your full-time job. I'm not talking this is your part-time. I'm talking about you have a business and this is your full-time gig. Me and my aunt were joking about this the other day. You are broke. Okay? I don't care who you are. You are broke. And the reason why you're broke is because you are dumping money into your, not dumping, but you are putting money back into your business because that's how it works. If you want your business to get bigger, you're putting extra money into your business. So you might have your bills paid. You might have the extra stuff, but you're broke. Okay? And that is legit the truth. Every business is on the verge of, having a bad sale or two, and they're bankrupt. I don't care who it is. It could be Walmart. It could be Kohl's. It's the truth because you never know what is going to happen, especially lately. Yes, we're in the summertime. Everybody's like, oh, is it a slow time? Yes, it's a slow time. You know why it's a slow time? Because kids are getting ready to go out of school. The market fluctuates based on what is going on in the regular everyday. Yes, the economy is not helping, but to be honest, it is the fact it is summertime. It is summertime. Kids are getting ready to go out of school, which means what? people are going to start traveling. They're saving their money to go on vacation with their family. Hey, they might have a stay-at-home vacation, but most people go on vacation this time of the year. That's how it is. So not again until August. So June and July, or May, June and July are usually slow months. Yeah, there's a lot of slow months. In this business, there is a lot more slow months than there are massively amazing businesses going and just making it. And you know how I know that? Look at everything. Look at everything. Look at the stores. If you've worked in retail, you know these are the slow times. You know what months are slow. You know what months are busy. If you work in a industry like a ski industry or a surf industry or a boating industry, or you're at the busiest peak times right now, right? Because not ski, because obviously ski season's ended, but boating season's starting up, right? People are going to be on the water. People are going to be on their local lakes. People are going to be doing all that stuff. Tourist season's getting ready to start. So all of that is picking up. Then in August and September, it all starts slowing down for them. And then it starts picking up for retail. So you got to remember, you are a retail business. Even if you sell video games, even if you sell toys, you are a retail business. You are going to have your slow months. You are going to have your amazing months. And guess what, guys? When you have those amazing months, that's when you need to be doubling down. And I'm talking about doubling down on your bills. I'm talking about all that type of stuff. Because if you have an amazing month, instead of going, oh, I had a really, really good month, yay! You need to be going, okay, I had a really, really good month. What bill can I pay extra? Because I know I'm going to have these slow months. And that's what a lot of people fail to do when they want to go full time. They think, oh, okay, I made $5,000 this month, or I made $2,000 this month. I'm good. I can do this constantly. No, you should be taking that money and doubling down. Like, okay, let me pay this bill up. Let me pay this bill up. And that's what we do a lot of the time. We have some of our bills that I pay during the busiest time of the year. I pay it as far in advance as I can. Some of them have year memberships, and I buy the year membership. So that way I don't have to mess with that again for a year. Some of them are month to month, which I hate it when they're month to month, because sometimes you can only pay like a month or two in advance. So those ones I hate, but the ones that I can pay a year in advance, I do. I can pay 6 months. I try to. I try and pay everything up as far in advance as possible. And that's how you need to look at your business. You need to treat your business. If you are doing reselling, you need to ask yourself, is this a hobby? Is this a business? What is it? Because if it's a hobby, then you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. If you want this to be a business, then guess what? You need to look at your numbers. You need to look at what you're doing. You need to constantly be doing your business. This is not a 9-to-5 business. And I get people want to spend time with their family. So you need to work that around. You need to figure out your schedule and adjust it. Schedules on a business, especially one that you work from home, are always evolving and rotating and changing. And that's what you need to do. You need to evolve and change your business model, your time, your effort every single day. You need to look at what you have planned for that day. This is not a business model where you can plan every single moment of every single day. No, this is a business model that when you wake up that morning, you go, okay, I need to do this, 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 and this, and this. And I have to do this, 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 and this, and this. And then you go, okay, so I have this much time, so I got to flip this around and flip this around. And you have to be very flexible in this business. And that's where a lot of people lose it, is because they're not flexible. They're so rigid, and they're like, oh, well, this is the time I have devoted for this, and that is it. No. If you have 5 minutes somewhere, do something. I have drafts constantly loaded. I'll be in line at the grocery store listing an item in my draft column. We went up did like a half-hour drive or an hour drive, I forget what it was, not too long ago, and I had a bunch of drafts. So while we were driving, I was listing, and I was relisting, and I was doing things like that. So my husband was driving, and I was working. And then I stopped, and I looked at the sites, and I had fun. That's what you got to do. You got to find time if you want to make this work. Nobody can make this work but you. You cannot pay somebody for their opinion and then expect that opinion to work for you, because you are not the same person. Just like these courses. People are like, oh yeah, these courses. Oh, I would not back my course. And I truly hate it when I hear this. Oh, I would not back my course if it did not work. Okay, show me the proof that it worked. And I'm not talking about the proof of, oh, I have all these 5 people or these 20 people that said that this course worked. No, show me the proof. Because you can buy people. You can pay people off to say that that worked. Why aren't you giving it away for free? And I'm not talking about like all the time. I'm talking about why aren't you giving a couple away for free? If it is that good and it is that golden, why aren't you doing like short little clips of it for free? Even Tony Romo or Tony, I forget that coach, he does free stuff and his stuff is heck expensive, but you'll see him's clips every once in a while just popping up saying, oh, this is what you can do for free. Just, oh, take this, little advice clips. Heck, even the Shark Tank people, they do Shark Tank. Yes, they make money off of it, but they are giving advice away on television for free. Yes, the network is paying them because people watch it, but you are not paying for that information. You are getting that information for free by watching that show. So why are people literally charging people for their courses? Why are people making accounts? Just saying. So be careful when you're doing that. Be careful when you're doing that. So again, do not go and buy courses or closet consultations because again, it's somebody's opinion you're paying for. People can give their opinion. There's that old saying. If you guys don't know the old saying, look it up. I'm sure a lot of people know the old saying, but hey, it is what it is, right? So that's it for today. I'm Glam, and remember, keep on keeping on.